What a great crew. Abundant sunshine.
Mm.
Opening heart.
Just
Opening hearts. Yeah. Just unfolding of hearts.
just think of what all there is in sunshine, like everything that it contains. The power of the sun.
Warmth. Each ray has the same qualities and they're individual at the same time.
It's the perfect food.
Morning, Craig.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Craig. Morning, Allie. Morning, Nikki.
Hey, good to see you, Ginny. Yeah, nourishment is coming to me. Thinking of the sun. That's interesting. That's a new one for me.
Nourishment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Feeds the soul.
Mm.
Gets everything going. Energy. Source. Center. Focus. Light. First creation. Newness.
Just allowing the truth of my being right now.
Yeah.
It's neutral. Just mine. I feel it's neutral. Yesterday's there. Choose what I want to bring with me today. And in the expansive, all that could be today. I sit in neutral. It's no, I'll have wobbles. Just to acknowledge the tension. Because that's part of the gift of creating, of bringing into, allowing to be. Then I turn and look at joy right in the moment. What is joy right in the moment? And it's all I see is all of you. Just where we're gathered. Geniuses gathered.
Walking in the light.
So if you have a new word, please share it.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Nikki.
Good morning. Good morning.
Nikki.
Morning. Hey, morning, Craig, Jenny, Ellie,
Morning,
Alison. It's Women's Day
Morning.
today. It's Women's Day today. International Women's Day.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
Feminine
Women's
energy
Day. I love
rules.
celebration, women today.
Mm.
But my word for the day is progress.
Mm.
Progress
Mm.
equals happiness.
Very good.
Ooh.
Right? Yeah. And even if we just 1%, just 1% going forward, it's enough. Learning just 1%. And I got to
There's-
tell you, I've learned quite a bit.
Where's that coming from inside of you, Nikki?
It's like everywhere. Like
Okay,
honestly,
awesome.
right from the top of my head, right down to the bottom of my feet.
Okay, we're
It's
getting the
like-
full chakra experience then, huh?
I'm telling you, a flood. I did a whole chakra meditation last night before I went to bed. Now, honestly,
All right.
because it was needed. And coming to knowing that the sacra, as I said, I've always worked on the 4 upper chakras for as long as I can know. And so going down to the 3 lower chakras, the root, the sacral, and solar plexus, as we discovered so beautifully yesterday, unexpectedly, not even thinking, wow, explosive. Like, honestly, it just took me to a whole nother level. I mean, it was like I was spaced out yesterday. Honestly,
Yeah.
I didn't know if I was coming or going. That's the truth. It really was. But I got sent eventually, you know. I mean, I sort of got grounded somehow. Somehow I thought, no, she's got to like ground this. So I really allowed to explore my sacral chakra. And wow, I've never, it's really something quite profound. I've never gone to that chakra. Isn't that strange? I've gone through it as a alignment, but I've never gone into it and unlocked it. And I realized I was blocked.
Oh, wow.
I was blocked
Yeah.
big time. Isn't that?
Mhm.
Isn't that just
Yep.
self-discovery? It was huge. And knowing that if your chakras are blocked, yeah, or one of them are blocked, you're not in flow. That's why there's things that come up in the body and things that comes up with your emotions, and especially with my feelings. It's basically how to feel, to allow it to feel, and to allow it all coming up. So I went through also with Alison saying the sunrise for a long time. That feeling of, I was feeling quite on that, like, wow, I wasn't feeling the sunrise. You know what I mean? I was in a place where, I wouldn't say low, but I was very uncertain what was happening. And for me, I saw my sunrise this morning, and it's beautiful because I was so thankful also for my sunrise this morning. So yeah, that's just a beautiful reminder, you know. And it's really was bright, and it comes out really like in the center here, right in front of me, by my apartment, and it came right into my apartment, and I allowed the warmth of it to embrace my sacral chakra, to allow the heat, you know, the warmth, the good feelings, you know, the gratitude, and allow it to be exposed, you know, not to hide it anymore, because I was hidden. It was hidden deep than I ever thought. And that's why those days that we're working up to now, and what are working up yesterday and even the day before, was all coming up to that, allowing to feel, and then also having to have you and Jesse explain what was happening, because this is where I feel the most gratitude of everything, because to have somebody be able to explain what you're feeling or what you're going through, you know, it gives such clarity, and go, wow, that's it. It's like, wow. So yeah, I'm where I am, and you know, I just feel I have my confidence, because that made me not confident I wasn't confident there, you know. I didn't have
Yeah.
confidence there. I didn't want to even go there. I really didn't. And I realized when I look back and I listen to our conversations, and I think, wow, I really did go there. But not even knowing unconsciously that was where it needed to be, to discover and to allow that now it's exposed. It's now out. Yeah. So whatever is out can't be hidden. Right. I'm open now to it. And it's really amazing. And even not getting it where I would like to get it, I'm going to give it to me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, if that really makes sense, because
Oh yeah.
yeah, right. It's so yeah, that's where it is right now. And it's I'm very excited about it because it's quite interesting to have
You know
that.
what blows me away?
Yeah, please
Is
tell me.
it was just a tiny shift of focus.
Oh, brother.
Just a tiny shift, and all of a sudden it just bloomed, it blossomed into something that was kind of life altering for you,
Yeah.
right?
That's all my case, right? Right. Oh, it just blows me away because I really thought I was buried. Hey, I really thought I was like, this is death. This is I'm dead to this. You know, it's not gonna. I'm never gonna come. I felt it was like that experience of feeling like, whoa, where is this taking me? Because this is not where I want to go. I just couldn't, you know. And when I allowed that to really to go there, to basically go there.
Yeah.
And it was to be open. And now that it's open, I can embrace it. And I can also celebrate my womanhood because I feel I'm a
of
woman.
course.
And today's Women's Day is International Women's Day. I'm so excited about that. I never knew that, you know, till I saw this morning early. And yeah, so yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah.
Yep.
So thank you.
Celebrate the
Thank you,
power
Chris.
of that feminine sacral, I'll tell you.
Right? I
Yep.
mean, I denied it for so long. I denied it. Oh, it's so good to be there. It's so good to be there as a woman, you know, just as a woman, not comparing, not in any other way with any other being or opposite sex or trying to compete with, you know, just seeing it for who I am, and I'm going to blossom. I'm going to blossom here. I'm really going to blossom. I'm going to allow it to just blossom now in beautiful essence of, you know.
Remember, feminine energy is primarily receptive. Receptive. So you receive, you open, and you receive. Let the sunshine in.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it feels like. It feels like sunshine.
Yep.
You know, it feels like I can see it feels. I'm so great. And you know, I just want to say that for anybody that I feel in my heart that when you go into something that you feel like just not even neutral, you just feel dead. I mean, literally going just like, what is happening here? There's so much information that comes up from that, because if I wasn't learning my vulnerability and I wasn't learning to be intimate with this group, I would never be here. And that's the exciting part.
Yep.
I wouldn't be here. And I exercise these two muscles. The vulnerability was something I never wanted to be vulnerable. Oh, no, just no, you know. And then going into the intimacy. Oh, no. Oh, no, no. And now these two things that I allowed to, go forwards. And I got so much feedback from you and so much information and so much wisdom that now I can really say, wow, it had to go to that place because that's what I was not allowing.
Yep. Your vulnerability and your intimacy is the seat of your power.
Wow, Craig. Jeez. That is
Yep.
just, I hear that here.
Yep.
I so hear that. And you know what I also hear that what's so beautiful is that when truth speaks, when God speaks, I know, I just know. And for me, I don't need to reject it anymore. I used to go, nah, because, I wasn't allowing myself to be intimate
Mhm.
or vulnerable, And now that I can bring it into this knowing that it doesn't have to be either or other, it's just needs to come together
Yep.
as one.
Both.
Both.
Combining both.
Combining both. Yeah. It's
Yep.
like, it's
And
really,
all the energy that comes with it.
I know. Yeah, so this is it's still, and when we spoke about what is something new, this is new, huh?
Yep.
Like all this time that we speak and give me something new, give me something new to play with, give me something new to play with. I would think, well, this is it, because this is really new and it's something I'm playing with and it's quite fun, and that's what I asked for. I wanted fun. I wanted fun, and I wanted to to feel. I wanted to feel.
Yeah.
But I had to allow myself to just feel what was uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, to let that go, that I can make space now, finally, for new structure, that I can now know my pattern of, that I can just go forwards now. In my womanhood, I'm celebrating my womanhood. I don't know why that's bringing up for me, but that's what's bringing up for me.
Yeah, it's significant.
It's just what's coming out of my mouth. It's just what's in my heart now, and I just think, wow, there you go. That's what I've always wanted to speak from my heart, speak from within, not trying to sound all eloquent and right and agreement and accepting. No, what I'm really feeling, and knowing that I had opposition when I did speak my truth, and I witnessed it yesterday. It was very obvious. I saw it, but what I did was I engaged a little bit into it because of communication, because I'm a communicator. So I engaged with it. And then I realized, no, this is an old structure. It's an old pattern. And I need to just allow myself to let it just be, because I don't need to overcome anything or win anything anymore. I can just say, I can be like I did in saying it was another person. I could just say what I really felt like. Or we could say, as I explained for both of us, or we could explain how it could be. And that's all I said. I didn't say anything else than you, because things are accusation and assumptions, and I hate that. I really hate that when people start making assumptions.
May I interrupt you for a second and observe?
Yes, please do.
More truth is coming. More truth is coming through today than came through yesterday.
Oh my God, Craig! I'm telling you, we're on this wave. I'm riding this wave with you. I'm so grateful, so grateful.
Okay, and observe it.
You.
Observe that, and observe. Step back. If you can, step back if you can from what is coming out of you. and observe it. Observe it.
Oh God, that's what yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm only sharing.
There's a new pattern. There's a new pattern that you're creating.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
honor that.
Oh
Honor
God,
that
thank you.
that new pattern's being created.
Oh, I do.
In your communication.
Yeah, and I really honor that too.
And it's
honor
because
you,
you're more receptive. You're more receptive.
Yeah,
it's more your more feminine energy, more receptive energy
oh God,
is changing what comes out.
Oh, I love that. Because my voice is not as nice as Allison's. Allison's got such a soft and icy and gentle. I love that about her. She's very gentle. And Allie, oh my God, Allie's voice. Her voice is just like go to sleep with. But I realized that no, honestly, it's the truth. I love women that got soft voices and it's soft and gentle. They can speak. So like, yeah, I don't have that. But I feel that there's some softness coming out of me and I quite like it.
Yeah, your voice is changing too.
My voice is changing. I can feel it in me.
Yeah.
It's quite sweet. I find it quite sweet now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate this. This is the work, this is really the work. And
it's turning more gentle.
And right? It's just there's a lot of appreciation. Thank you. Thank you.
It's communicating the new stuff that's coming in instead of the old stuff that you've been ruminating on for years.
Okay, let me feedback what I got there. Thank you. Is to embrace the lows just as much as we embrace the highs.
Yes.
To remember that they're both different.
Yeah.
But lessons and learnings and our attachment to the good, to the highs, to the positives, to what we want, and then avoid and ignore, fight, resist the lows.
Isn't that true, Hare?
So I'd love to hear from Joe while we've got him of his highs and lows.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on that point, something that comes to mind is, on the lows, if we can learn to pop the champagne open on the lows, we are laughing. But on the highs, wow. Yeah, man, the last 2 days, I've just been on such an energetic high. I've never been so aware of my energy and my heart and like in a beautiful way. And then to top it off yesterday, seeing Ralphington, being with him and just like with him for like a good 6 hours, we were just chilling and just having beautiful times together. And it's just pure, proper priceless, and just, absolutely, amazing. And I'm just so grateful that I had that I took the action to create this current creation. And it's just monumental.
Yeah, don't forget you got to tuck him into bed last night for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
It was pretty special.
It was, and it was. We had such a beautiful time together. It was just pure magic. So, buzzing, and like on Sunday, I was literally feeling not too cracky at all. And it's just so mad how it can just all turn around, like literally in a day, in a moment. So yeah, blessed. So yeah, I'm on a high right now. A good high. And yeah, when I was on the low, I wasn't fully falling for it, you know. It's like the more it happens, it's like, oh, I'm not falling for it this time. Oh, I'm definitely not falling for it. And it's like every time, and didn't completely lose faith. And yeah, now we're here. So thank you guys. It's beautiful to share with you.
A great lesson. When we look back or reflect, we can see the pattern. Even though we went through it, yeah, it's like looking back and farther back, you can see that there's progress that's up, that's improving when we work at it, yeah, when we're in it.
Yeah. But I
And
think
that word could, what could we do in the lows? Leads to the highs, and we forget that.
yeah, exactly. Without that contrast, I wouldn't appreciate. I won't be appreciating it like I am.
That's right. Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Jess. Thanks, Nikki and Craig. Love you guys.
Dad has a whole new meaning today, doesn't it?
Exactly.
I honor that, man. I honor that.
Yeah, that's it. I'm so glad that I'm realizing. I mean, I always knew that I was just love to be a dad, but situations like this, it just bring the priority and bring it so clarified. And it's what I get from being a dad is way more than I can get from anything I can think of in my head, because it's a pure heart creation.
And then the rest of it follows. All that you were going for, that you wanted, falls underneath of that. And inside of it, that's the beautiful of creation, is when you go for that and your true choices, right? The rest of whatever you were going for starts to not flow in behind you, but that's how I'm doing it. But it's like it flows in front of you.
Yeah, I'm seeing it like that.
You just start picking it up.
Yeah.
Oh, here, I'll take that.
Yeah, you just start stepping into it. It's right in front of you. Yeah.
I mean, my fur, like in this new offer, in this new offer, it was a presentation. It was an offer that was bigger than I made in my 30s.
Yeah.
And I made it in 15 minutes yesterday. And he said yes to the next step.
Wow.
Yeah. And your offer was more complete.
And then I get off and get on another call, and the guy says, well, here's a $250 million contract. If you want it, we get 20% of that. Oh, okay. Yes. And
what?
That's in the lows, that creates the highs, that brings the flow, what you want in front of you to say yes or no to. So look, we have a new. Hi, Tina. Hi, I'm Jesse. Great to
Yeah,
be with you.
let's introduce Tina. Hey, welcome,
Hi,
Tina.
Tina.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, hi, Tina. Tina Turner. I love you, Tina. Yeah.
That's literally what I call it.
What's love got to do with it, Tina? What's love got to do with it? You know what I'm
Plenty
saying?
of that.
Oh, what love's got to do with it? Simply the best. Simply the best.
Oh, thank
Simply
you.
the
Have
best.
a cane now.
Simply the best is one of my favorite songs of all
Well,
time.
we are celebrating
Jo-
powerful women today, so we are
Yeah,
celebrating
wow.
Powerful Women Day.
Woohoo!
I could just about move like her, but I've had a double hip hop, so I think I'll be forgiven.
Woo! Let's go. Oh God, that's good.
No, Tina, introduce yourself. This is my legendary friend, Tina Turner from the UK. And
Oh,
speaking to her the last few days, and I said, I told her about this call, and
Oh.
yeah. So welcome yourself, Tina, man. Introduce yourself. Tell us.
I don't want to interrupt what's going on, but thank you, Joe, for inviting me.
I know you've just think that this isn't a normal Zoom call. Like this is a group collaborative effort, where we're shifting consciousness and going
Yeah.
into our hearts together. And but one thing that we do when people come in is we welcome them, and like
Yeah.
this is a round table as well. So
Aw.
like don't just think you're some viewer that has to just like listen and whatever, be a good listener. Like no, we're all bringing ourselves to the table. And that's one thing that we do when someone comes in. We welcome them.
Oh,
And,
thank you.
and then we like to also like ask like, what is a word that's coming up in your heart for your day, like that you'd love to live by? Like, what would you look? What do you really want if you could just break it down into a word? But welcome.
Breathe.
Eh?
You are
Breathe.
duly invited to share. What was that?
Breathe.
Breathe. Okay,
Yes,
we'll
that's
take
what
that.
I need to do. I need to start learning to breathe properly.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes, let's
do
breathe.
it.
Yeah, I do apologise, Joe. I'm still a bit wobbly, but I need to be with my tribe now. I think I'm just going to follow my heart on that one. I think that'll be what will pull me back, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Big
All
up, man, for
right.
Do you have any
That's
idea what your tribe might look like, Tina?
My what? Sorry.
Do you have any idea what your tribe might look like?
Well, I'm an extremely sensitive, psychic kind of empathy flipping. I don't know.
Okay,
But
check.
they're
check,
kind of because
check.
I kind
All
of
right. Time out, guys. Jesus. Let
Yeah.
her breathe. She asked to breathe. Let her breathe.
It's more in a nutshell, I think, because I feel very isolated. I think most people that have abilities tend to feel that way anyway, maybe. I don't know if I'm fair to say that, because with what I do, there's a stigma anyway, but I'm probably not making any sense. But I think it almost feels sometimes like I have to clip my wings or pull myself back in some way if I'm not with like-minded people, if that makes sense. So I think this is what I need. I need the nourishment of similar people that are on my wavelength or path or whatever. I think everybody needs somebody, don't they? But it's that kind of feeling like I'm misunderstood or I don't fit, or I don't really know the words, but that's kind of where I'm going with it. Yeah.
Welcome. Yeah. And what we invite here is to gather. Wherever, whoever, gathering. We gather in our words and So many that were here early, they come in and they go out, but they've always contributed the word. And so abundant sunshine, celebrating new women, dad. Those are a few of the words so far this morning. And you added breathe. You
Yeah.
had given it life. Thank you. So we
Yeah.
gather, we break through, and then we scatter. So welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
What you drinking over there?
I love it here, Tina. Well done for making that move and that step, you know,
Give me
and
hugs.
fighting to show up.
Love
so
you.
well
Love you.
Love you. Beautiful boy.
Jesus, man.
Don't be so serious. Be light. Be the light.
Sorry, Nikki, I let you have that intimate moment. That's good advice. Be the light. I love it.
Sorry, I thought I was on a mute because I'm doing a workout, a jumping Japanese, but my husband came past. And yeah, you know.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
I was on mute. I don't know who unmuted me, but I definitely was on mute because I put myself on mute. So yeah, but so what is it is. But yeah, I think be the light because this is it, and I think it's beautifully what you're saying, Jesse. That you know, the welcoming of just breathing and showing up is all that needs to be said.
So, Tina, have you taken a few deep breaths yet?
Mm-hmm.
They're a bit wobbly still. I think, to be honest, I think I've got a lot of grieving to do. The bubbles definitely popped. So it's one of them, you know, when you try to stop, but it won't, if you know what I mean. It has to go where it has to go. But yeah, I'm getting there. Today is better, even though I'm wobbly. Today's a lot better. So thank you.
Can we take some breaths with you?
I'll certainly do some breaths, yes.
I find when we come together, we all do it. It's like we put it into a vortex, into a field out there. And it's like we're what we want. It's all uniquely different, yet it's the same. Then we look at why can't we have it? That's where the wobbles show up. And when we work here as a group, our wobbles become together. And so lessons that others have learned allow to wash through. Your lessons share to others to wash us through. And so together our wobbles dissipate. And we can step out of that puddle and onto something new.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need, to be honest with you. I think that's what I needed to sort of bounce it off people that get me, instead of feeling like I have to explain myself all the time, or things that I say taken out of context when they're not meant that way. I think I absolutely need people like yourselves in that, you know, you just get me. I don't have to fill the blanks in. I don't have to explain. I don't have to have the confusion of trying to work it out or offend somebody, or it just is, do you know what I mean? And feeling like I'm making things worse by trying to explain. It's just, sometimes you just don't know, you know what I mean? And I think I need to plug out of that, plug into when I shared with you about my tribe and breathing and being me. I don't feel like I've been allowed to be me. I just feel like I'm getting pulled back, and I don't want to be pulled back. I've learned so much, I've gone so far. I don't want to be pulled back. I want to move forward. I want to shine. I want to be unfiltered, and I'm not out to hurt people. I don't mean anything like that, you know what I mean? And I don't expect to get away with murder, but I'm tired of trying to explain who I am, what I am. So yeah, I'm trying to follow spirit. Here I am. I'm sorry to waffle. That's the best way I can put it at the moment, I think, what's going down.
You have just right now, Tina, pulled every future that you have just said now into your presence.
Aw.
Everything that you have just announced, I can resonate 100%. It is absolutely beautiful. But what you have just said now is in your future that you've brought towards you in this present moment. It is done. This is it. There's nothing else you need to do. Isn't that just remarkable? Yeah.
I think I need to hear more of that, to be honest. It's all been negative.
And it's the truth.
Negative.
Yeah, I know.
And that's what I need. Forgive me for saying this. I'm so busy sharing that with everybody else and bigging them up, keeping them going.
Yeah.
Lost my way. I need that
absolutely.
too. I need that too. And I feel bad for asking for it, but
yeah,
I do need that.
Absolutely.
I'm not expecting someone to stroke my ego. I don't mean it in that way, but I need some encouragement. I need to know that I'm okay and I'm fit in, and
totally.
Yeah. It's nice. It's a nice feeling.
It is, and
I'm
that's
not
the
alone.
feeling you. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's it. And you're not alone.
Feel alone.
That you feel alone, but that's not your truth, because you're not alone. And that's so I feel so encouraged by that. And that's why
I'm
when you're
learning to reach out, I'm learning. It's been a massive thing for me to do that. Because I don't want to be a martyr, and I'm not a victim, but I just need coaching sometimes myself. I need healing sometimes myself. You know what I mean?
Not just you, me, everybody, on this panel. Everybody.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's it. I've been working so hard with the people that I help, encouraging them and always having the right words and everything. And then when it's my turn, I don't feel like there's anyone there. And I kind of felt awful reaching out to Joe, but I thought, well, he's kind of linked with people I know that work similar to how I do, and I just went with it. I just thought, do you know what? I'll just clutch at anything right now. I need something to keep me going. And here we are.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you everyone for that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Tina.
Asking it is giving.
Yeah, it's really massive.
For the first time in 3 days, I've actually took a big breath.
Yeah. Oh.
We're with you. We're holding you. We love you.
We're breathing with you.
I should put the Prodigy on, shouldn't I? Breathe. That's a good song.
Yeah.
Feels pretty good to me too, Tina.
Thank you. Can't see any of you, but thank you.
You know what's beautiful about not seeing, because sometimes you want to see something before you believe it, is when you know in your heart that you're being your truth,
Yeah,
you're being your authentic self of how you want to, what you want to show up and how you want to feel and what you want to receive. Is
yeah,
giving the gift now to you. You are your own gift. You're the gift. And you get to unwrap you now saying what you need.
yeah.
And it's not selfish.
I've heard that so much.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's being selfish either, but
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
can't be
Not at
anyone
all.
else other than me. You know what I mean? But it always seems
Yeah.
to be wrong, and I hate that. It's like I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm not squeaky clean. You know what I'm saying? I'm not blameless or anything like that. You know, I don't profess to be, but it's just I'm just tired of not being able to be me.
Hey, there's it. There's it. And you can breathe into that now, you know, really like allowing yourself, give yourself that permission just to really breathe into that. Like, that's your power right there, your breath. As long as you have breath, you have life. And I celebrate that with you. I celebrate your life. I celebrate your truth. I celebrate your wisdom. I celebrate your kindness, your generosity.
Cute. That feels nice. Sorry for bubble lipping, folks.
No. And you know what's really nice, because this is a panel, you know, there's no apology needed, you know. I mean, there's nothing personal here. No one's taking, no one's judging. This is vitally important to know the space that you're in. There's no judgment here. And even wherever you are, it doesn't matter where you think you need to be. You can be just where you want to be, right here, right now.
I'm glad I came.
Amen to that. I'm glad you came. I'm very glad.
Ooh.
The giggles come in.
Probably relief. Just felt a weight off. Even though my heart's broke, I feel a weight off my heart. Because I think that's what I needed, to be honest. No, I don't think. I know that's what I needed. I needed to hear.
That's what I needed, Tina.
Yeah.
I'm just really
Yeah.
blessed. I'm blessed that you
Mm.
shared.
Well,
Thank you.
I'm glad I can still help someone, even if I can't bleed and help myself. And that's why I'm here now. I mean, obviously, thank you, Joe. But I'm here now because it's like I need to remind myself, you know, I do fit somewhere, and I'm not alone. And as I say, I need to hear those words of encouragement sometimes, and it's not bad to ask. I get so heavy just helping other people that, yeah, you do forget yourself. You do forget yourself. And I often say, you know, who heals the healer? Because the line of work I'm in anyway is heavy, already heavy, you know, and then I just don't know who to be sometimes. I want to be me, you know, and this is me, but it doesn't go down very well. So I start to think, well, what have I done? What did I do? What did I say? Who am, you know, I know who I am. I know who I want to be. I think it is, you know, somebody said it to me the other day about maybe my power frightens people, certain people. But then I get angry because I think, well, why should I dim that light while other people catch up? You know, it's I don't even know anymore. I'm just all muddled up with it. But I just feel like I'm on a sinking ship with some of these people, and I don't want to drown. I don't want to be on it. You know what I mean? I will try and help people where I can, but I don't want to drown with them, and that's how I feel all the time.
Allow it. Allow them to drown, allow you to drown just in this moment.
Yeah.
Just feel as it lets go. So all the past has just been wrapped up, held on to, dragged across, and that is just pulling you down. Let it, take it to the bottom, unhook it, drain the water, reveal your genius. Now take that deep breath in. Hold it. Exhale.
I yawned instead. Sorry.
One more time. Bring a deep breath in nice and slow through your nose. Hold it. Exhale it. One more time and think of what phrase, what word has you here. And in the exhale, what word would you say? Breathing in the power of the universe, your power, informing all the oxygen to run through your cells. Exhaling all the leftover, all the past. What word represents the truth of where you are now?
Two, is that greedy?
That word will bring you back to this moment, to this feeling, to this space where you can recharge for you.
Certainly feel better. One word that kept coming up was connect. I think that's just what I needed, to be honest. Just needed to feel connected instead of isolated.
Well, welcome, you're plugged in.
Thank you. And thank you for helping me breathe at least. Something's lifted, swear honestly off my chest. Just lifted.
Abundant sunshine, nutrients, creation, choice, love, love for ourselves. Fill that up for us first. And then the abundance flows out. It's constantly bubbling up, recharging your life force. Endless energy of passion, purpose, peace, power. Remind the connection. That is what I want. Connection. It's like now that you've got that word, you're connected to it. It's like you speak it into existence. It's like you're there. And you can, why can't I have it? What's going on? That shakes it, that brings the wobbles in, and ooh, the wobbles have to fall so that you can step out that puddle. Now just sit back and enjoy the rest of it.
Thank you. At least I'm smiling for the first time in 3 days.
So is Nikki.
So am I.
Oh,
So is Joe. Me too. Me too.
yeah.
I had 14 days that I wasn't really, well, it wasn't quite 14. No, it was 9, 10, I think. So I had 9 or 10 of those that I wasn't really smiling either. And it wasn't too long ago.
Yeah. And that's also nice to share, in it, that, like you said, we are out there and we do stumble from time to time and we get off course or whatever. And, you know, we we need to pull each other back. But I didn't feel like I had anybody to do that for me. And I guess that's why I just reached out, because I thought, well, you know, I've been many years ago, you know, I wouldn't never have shared anything with anybody. Not because I didn't want to, but because of my own traumas and everything. And over time, I had to learn the skill of asking or reaching out or just being. And I don't want to get pulled back into that again. I don't want to get pulled back into any of that. I want to keep, you know, if I'm feeling anxious or unsure or unclear or whatever, I don't want to feel that I can't reach out and feel bad for doing that as well, you know what I mean?
No. You're always welcome here. It's going so far every day. I think I'm right around 120 days that we do this. Yeah. What is it that we do? It's we bring that truth. It's my morning, so I bring that truth, my truth, every morning, and I choose.
I like that.
Everyone else brings their truth, just as we are. Yeah.
That's right. There's enough untruth out there, isn't there? I think that's why we struggle sometimes. It's trying to, we're not fitting into those boxes. You know, I don't want to fit in those boxes. I never have. You know, this is me. And yeah, I'm all for truth, regardless whether it hurts or not. I'm okay with that. So thank you for sharing that. And I hope I've not brought anyone else down.
Oh no, we've all been down, gone up all the way up with you, and we're all flying together now.
Yeah. And this is it. I've kind of lost myself as well, as I say, because I've got people who I've helped. It's been quite heavy going for me with people that have turned to me and reached out, which is fine. I don't have an issue with, but again, it's that kind of always needing someone to, we all need someone, don't we, to kind of pull us along. And I'll pull these people along, and then it's like, well, who have I got? You know, I think maybe I found my niche now. I don't know. There was another group shared with you, Joe. I was on a Zoom meet the other day that I nearly taught myself out of, and I'm glad I didn't, even though I looked a wreck. Because again, a lovely bunch of souls, and we were all needed. So I'm just going to follow that. I'm just going to grab all of it and go with it. And I think that's the best way I can say where I'm at. Just keep swimming, as Dory would say.
Wow. Well, big up for coming, Tina, man. This like Jessie said, Jessie's been going for like over 120 days. Every day been doing this, yeah.
Amazing.
And there's lots of people that come, and it's like a family for a lot of us. We've got a really cool Facebook chat as well, messenger group. So I'll add you into that if you want, and then we can communicate off the calls as well. You can meet the other people, and yeah, it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful place to be.
Yeah.
So well done for making the jump.
Thank you.
Big hugs.
I need those. My goodness, I do. Yep. Have found a tree though since I've been in Macclesfield now. I've finally found a tree, and it actually does hug you back. I kid you not. It's lovely.
Wow.
It's kind of shaped in such a way where it's almost like its arms are reaching out. But it's the weirdest thing. I'll have to share a picture, but it is just beautiful.
Oh yeah, a tree that hugs you back, yeah.
Certainly does.
Wow, wow, wow. Tina Turner, eh?
You've always
Tina.
called me that.
I know the track, and he was so mad that that's how Nicky just started. That's why me and Nicky is so similar. Like,
I don't feel simply the best at the moment. I certainly feel simply the better, but that's about it.
yeah, well, that's more than enough. That's more than enough. Do you know, every day, little chunk at a time, one step at a time. Okay. But being around people, you know, where you can be heard and,
Yeah.
and be you, yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is all we're all wanting to be here, our true authentic self, you know.
Yes. The only way to grow in it, really.
Yeah. So beautiful to have you here with these beautiful souls, man. We've gone through massive monumental shifts together, and yeah, and you came at the perfect time, and we're here, and we're here to create, you know, the life that we love, you know, create magic and miracles and beauty and abundance, you know,
It's
and
wonderful. I'm
removing
happy
it.
to weave the magic with you all, honestly.
Exactly. So it's all about asking yourself, like, anyway, Craig, you talking?
Nope, not at the moment.
But yeah, Tina, my legend, my love. That's it. And like Craig is an absolute G in, you know, tapping into the field, tapping into higher source, you know. And this is what we're doing. We're stepping into the field, you know, and we're really digging into what our hearts of hearts really want, you know, not what our head wants or what we want because we've got problems going in this life. I don't want this. I don't. No, what do you want deep down in your heart, you know? And the more we listen to that, the clearer it gets. So every day by coming here, whether you can come for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whether you can come a few days a week or every day or whatever floats your boat, but you're going to be building up momentum, you know, and it's, yeah, it's levolution, levolution.
Joe's been proper bigging you up, Craig, last couple of days.
Yeah, what we and Craig are doing, and like, but it all stemmed from like this. Well, it stemmed from like a lot of this group, you know. But yeah, so I'm just buzzing that you've got to meet the guys.
That's me breathing. Wow.
Yeah.
Relax, relax.
Has anyone else got snow?
I had some snow yesterday. I was at the park with Ralphie, and it started to snow, and it was just like that was just like so symbolic because it was sunny and snowy at the same time, and it was like, oh.
Yeah, ours has just started today. Very wispy, but yeah.
Actually, all the Canadians are gone off the call already.
Oh,
Except for me, and I'm in Arizona, and we managed to dodge the snow this year. Had a huge storm that came through a few weeks ago, but like it snowed in Sedona, but not here.
Yeah, I'm from New York, and usually last year we had snow like 2 feet, and now today just a little bitty, not much. Snowed a little bitty, but it's dry. It's actually quite it's cold. It's very cold, yeah, but the sun's out.
wow, that's cooler. It's a global, like you're all from all different parts of the world. That's really cool.
It
I
is
didn't
cool,
know that.
huh?
I've just learned that. Or maybe Joe told me, but my head's battered or was battered.
Well,
It's
you
not as
you got
battered
the
now.
yeah. I like to say we're the coolest people on the earth. We're the coolest people on this earth, honey. You are in the right place in the right time.
That'll do for me.
Yeah.
And if I can help any of you, you know, if I've got anything I
You're
can
helping
Oh,
now.
help you
You're
with.
helping now.
every moment, every breath.
Yeah.
Maybe that's yeah.
Tina, tell them about what you told me ages ago, man. That like you're an actual like real, or you have been like a real life Ghostbuster.
Oh, I yeah,
Do-do-do.
still am. That's why I've been working really with all these heavy energies that's around at the moment, and especially, dare I use the word, conspiracy theories and things that's happening. It's kind of all interlinked in the work that I do as well. But yeah, it's been, that's what I've been busy doing these past few months. All hell broke loose with bad vibes and spirits and God knows what, portals and all kinds of things happening and going on, and it's no wonder I feel exhausted. I don't know how far to go, Joe. What do you want me to share without sounding, well, I am weird anyway, whatever, but
I don't mind
Oh,
that, but
that stuff's breaking loose all over the planet right now.
yes. Well, let's just say, I think I've already shared with Joe part of the story of, and I don't want to stand on anyone's toes here or anything, but I've been struggling with where my abilities and who I am fits into. For years, I've thought, well, why have I been given the abilities that I've been given and the gifts or the psychic of it, whatever? And it didn't make any sense to me at all, because it just seems to, over the years, have honed in, where when I go to various houses and help people, it seems to be surrounding children and Ouija boards and all kinds of weirdness and portal, all kinds of weird shit, right? And I happened to read a book just towards the end of Christmas last year. I think it was a David Icke book, Children of the Matrix, and there was a section in there that just, for me, just completely answered where I fit into this world and why I've been given the abilities that I've been given. And it all makes perfect sense to me now, where I fit and what I offer. And I think that's been part of the struggle with people around me, is kind of, oh God, how can I put it? Because I know it's not all about the conspiracy theories, but there was a section in there about lower dimensions. That's the word I'm looking for. Now, I deal with my line of work, I deal with lower dimensions. I send them back to where they belong. it's not without its fight. A lot of them do target children and have been, over the years that I've been doing this work, have been trying to attach with children, or they're in the home, or they've been whatever. I mean, it's not just kids, it's happening to everybody, but I have the ability where I can send these things back and prevent them, if you like. So I think after reading that book and learning about, you know, the, how can I put it, the lower dimensions that is mentioned in there that could possibly be why it's all kicking off today and what's happening. I thought, you know what, I'm actually bloody proud to be a part of that then, if that's the case, and if this is what my purpose is, then I'm honoured to do it. But obviously it's come with a massive cost of I'm suddenly hearing, oh, you're taking this conspiracy shit too far, and you're this and you're that and you're the other. And it's like, on a deeper level, I'm here to do a job. And by hearing all that negative stuff surrounding it isn't helping me do that job, you know, to me. So I don't know if that's made any sense to anyone at all, but that's what I've been busy doing. I was in another friend of mine in another group. We went in astrally, if you like. I have my abilities are to see, sense, hear, smell, feel, and I went in psychically, if you like, as an astral projection, whatever, to clear and close the biggest portal I've seen, to be honest, ever, that's been there for eons in this building. But I kind of got pulled off from the job in hand, and I just saw all these lost souls, mostly children. It absolutely gutted me. I won't lie to you, it absolutely floored me. But I thought, I'm here to do a job, and I'm here to release these souls, and I'm here to close the portal and stay with it, you know, to me. And managed to do it. It was a huge job. It took a good couple of hours. We're not finished yet, but my goodness, you know, the reward, you know, to me was just phenomenal. So obviously, because of that ability, it's basically everywhere I go that's what I'm seeing all the time. And obviously they're going to put up a fight because they don't want to go. So then it becomes a struggle, because you're freeing innocent souls, or, you know, people, and these things don't want to let go of that. They want to stick around, and they'll throw anything and everything at you, but it's like, nah, you're going, sod off. But as you can imagine, it's extremely heavy work. It's extremely heavy work. I do wish sometimes I couldn't see what I see, but here we are, you know. Yeah.
Wow.
Real life ghost busting.
Wow. Oh my days.
It's been heavy going, Joe. I mean, it's not something, to be honest with you, that I feel, unless it's somebody like me, or has abilities, or spiritual, whatever, right? I'm comfortable sharing with people like that. But obviously not everybody around me is like that. Do you know what I mean? They don't see or know half the stuff that I get. And I don't blame anybody for that. Do you know what I mean? I'm vibrating at a very different level to most people. And I think that's what my struggle's been. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's important for me to meet my tribe and to feed, not off you all, I don't mean it in a derogatory way, but to keep me shining bright so that I can do the job that I was born to do.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
That's quite a calling, actually, Tina.
It's huge. It's huge. I swear to God, it's not for the faint-hearted, but that's why it's not about the conspiracy theories per se. It's the mention of the lower dimensions that are creating what's happening today.
The Watiko consciousness.
That's it, Joe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you explain that to a normal person when you're just getting autistic? I mean, I can cope with the tinfoil
Well,
hat
you
shit.
can't.
I can cope with all that. Do you know what I mean? That's not a problem. But when that clicked in for me about the lower dimensions, the Watigo, whatever, this is shit that I was doing long before I even knew about what David Icke was talking about. And I never even thought in a million years that, because I have dealt with forces that are not always human, they're not always animal. I can't always interpret what I'm seeing, but it's something and it needs to be dealt with. And that's what I do. And I never thought in a million years that it could be alien as well. I know that sounds really out there. And I can't share this. I can't share this with people around me. You know what I mean? I can't. I just do my job. But it's helped so many. And as I say, it's important for me to keep on me and keep shining, because I am part of the fight of getting rid of that crap, if you like, to the best of my ability.
Yeah. There's pockets of dark energy all over the planet.
Yeah.
And there's
And
actually,
I
there's pockets of dark energy inside of each one of us as well.
Yeah. I have the ability to release that, you see.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and
if you want to
anybody
call
that's
it
a light
ghost
worker,
busting.
anybody that's a light worker is working on clearing.
Yes.
And even though, I mean, that's basically what we do in this group as well.
Right.
We call it a recode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call it a recode, but it's the same thing. It's just clearing dark energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Out of ourselves and out of systems, right?
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear, because I guess that's what I need, is just like-minded souls. You know. So yeah. As Joe would say, let's do this.
Yeah.
But no, I am just a mere mortal at the end of the day. I think they forget that sometimes, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm a human being, and, you know, really?
But really, we're divine mortals.
Yes.
Let's get true about it.
That's true, but I'm still in a human form and I get mashed. Just the same.
Choosing experiences, choosing our experiences. Yeah. But what did I miss? You don't have to fill me in. You don't have to fill me in. It's all good. That's my time to step away. I choose to be happily married there and have coffee with my wife. So that's where I go about that time.
Oh.
See, I scatter and then I gather. That's what we all do. You know?
Oh.
Sorry if I floored you all there, but there you go. You did ask.
Me and Craig, man.
No, that was good. Thank you. We thought we were the only ones.
No, And I thought I was the only one. I know I'm not, but it's not always met with the greatest, unless and I'm not pulling anyone down here, but unless you're a spiritual church person, whatever. I mean, I shared with a group that I thought I was safe to share who I am and what I do. And the faces were like, what? You know, no.
Yeah.
And there's no right or wrong way in this line of work. You just come here, you're doing, you know, as long as it's for the higher good and for the good of all, it doesn't matter how that job gets done, as long as it gets done, because it needs to be done. We don't have time for egos. We don't have time for all the other shit that everybody makes it about, textbook stuff and that. I've never followed a textbook. I just follow what feels right, and it's not let me down yet, you know. But it's heavy going. It's heavy going.
I would have fought you this several years ago, right? It's like, oh no, I was
Yeah.
the textbook guy, you know, that type
Yeah.
of things. But at some point, for me, it wasn't satisfying. It wasn't fulfilling, and I don't know, structure. And so,
Yeah. I'm all for books. I love books. They've certainly helped me on my journey. But I think you can take certain little things, can't you, that resonates, and then just make it your own. A bit like how Bruce Lee did. He was like very fluid, wasn't he, with his fighting? It was no particular style. He just picked bits that felt right. I'm kind of quite an eclectic witch, if you like.
Did you say fluid with his mind?
I don't know, fluid with his fighting, with his
Oh, okay.
yeah, you know,
Yeah,
like
what I heard was fluid with his mind, which was kind of like, whoa.
wow.
interesting.
Hey, maybe someone was trying to transfigure there then, maybe, because I do that
Yeah.
sometimes. Ooh, wonder who that was.
Yeah, exactly.
Is Bruce in the house?
Well, he might be.
He might be. Oh, bless him.
If he
Well,
hasn't incarnated again.
Well, yeah.
well, I love to hear the freedom in your laughter.
Thank you. I feel
Yeah.
free actually now. I've not got that you know, and you just shallow breathing, which you're probably all very aware of. I've not took that breath for about 3 days. So, I feel heard, and that's what I needed, and thank you.
We all do.
Yeah.
We all do. That's all we're longing for. It's all we're longing for.
Yeah.
Wow, so many things have come to light the last few days.
Wow. How so?
Yeah, well, I'm kind of blown away. Well, even just that, you know, fluid in your mind. Just the idea of that is like, oh my.
I'm glad I could help.
You know, instead of being trapped in definitions, you know, trapped in labels, you know, trapped in judgments, you know.
Yes. That's what's so wrong with the world today, isn't it? So sad.
Yeah, fluid of mind to me means
like
that you
that.
don't glom onto anything. You just let it flow through.
Yeah.
And if some of it goes to your heart, then it can sit there and you know, and gestate.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, you know, each to their own, I know, but I wish there was more people that had that less restriction on themselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
like I said, as I've always been a firm believer in, if as long as it's for the higher good and for the good of all, it doesn't matter how you get that job done. You know, we don't know what we've been in previous lives. We don't know what skills we've picked up in those lives. We don't know what we've brought with us in these lives. For anybody to say you can't work that way and you can't do it that way and it's wrong, it's like, well, I just say now, do you know what? If you have an issue with that, then take that up with my guides, because that's who I work for, and they've not let me down so far. You know,
Yeah.
as long as it gets the job done. And there is a job that needs to be done. It's that simple. We all know we're in a fight. We don't want to be in it, but it is. It is what it is. And if this is what I'm here to do and help in some way, then I'll do that job any way that I can, you know.
Yeah. We're discovering that that's how feminine energy operates.
Yeah.
You know, it's very receptive. It's very receptive, and it doesn't grab onto things. It allows them to flow through and settle where they may. Which means in the heart somewhere. And then it gestates.
I've got a lot of lessons in the heart to learn. I've recently found out, very recently, I never even coined it together, to be honest, but because of my own traumas, that I'm not allowing love in, or I don't feel that I'm worthy of the love or whatever, and that there's been a trigger somewhere, which is what I'm working on. But it blew me away, to be honest, because it was something that was so obvious, but I didn't even think about it. You know what I mean? But it resonated with me, what she said. She was dead matter of fact as well. And it was like, holy shit, yes, that. So I'm trying really, really hard to work on that aspect of myself.
Yeah. You know, the insight I just got as you were talking about trauma is that trauma is a mind trap.
Yeah.
It's a spot where there is a reference point that's established, and then a whole bunch of other stuff collects around it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, definitely. Yeah. And this is it. When I feel that I'm working in the heart and trying to open it a little bit and come out a little bit, is when I start feeling like I'm getting pulled back. You know, when I'm trying to step into my power or my love or whatever. Because like I've already said, I need all that to do the work that I do. But yeah, this, it's doable.
Oh yeah.
No.
It's doable.
Well, here's what I've got too. I have to learn to stop trying so hard.
Yeah.
Our experiences, as share, our experiences appear to come from the pain that we all have, all experience.
Oh yeah.
You know? The uncertainty that's there, and the work to be done.
Yeah.
That is all of our realities. That's everyone shares that.
Indeed.
So what do we celebrate for the day? I still, Nikki, be the light, spread the light. Ah, those words, even though they weren't at us. I celebrate with you your celebration from the valleys to the peaks. Honor your journey, Nikki. Thank you.
Thank you.
As Allison started with sunshine, started with sunshine, Ginny added abundance. Tina brought breathe. I worked through the wobbles, the vortex, finding the center of the storm. That is our truth, our foundation, our genius, so that we can step out of those puddles and on to the next one.
I can hear a
Joy.
little bird, or whoever's got a beautiful bird song in the background there.
I think Craig's out walking.
That'll be me. Yeah, I'm out walking.
Craig's out walking.
Okay. They sound lovely.
Yeah, I just realized that I never said my word yet. So I'm sticking with the same one that was here the last couple days, and that's raw, R-A-W.
Sunshine is raw.
Unfiltered.
Being your truth is raw.
Vulnerability, intimacy is
Yeah.
raw.
Yep.
But also speaking your truth is raw too.
You bet. I loved what you shared about the vulnerability and intimacy yesterday. Thank you, Nikki.
Beautiful. That
thank
was
you
so
for that,
powerful.
but to us.
Yeah. I sent it to Craig too, because honestly, like literally, when you could talk about the lows and the highs and you understand everything, obviously in the lows, you don't understand at the time, but that's when you actually, if you just hold on a little bit, just hold on. And you can come out on the other side and you can say thank you for the breakthroughs, because even when it's really painful, and I mean, I'm telling you, so painful that you can't breathe, I can understand that. I've been there. I've been this whole week like that. It was like, what is going on? And it's like, oh my God. And it hits you, you know? And then you think, have you created this? Because it's just one thing after another now. It's just coming. But you know what it is? It's all the suppressing. It's all the hidden things that you can't bring up to the surface because you felt so ashamed. You weren't allowed to feel. You wouldn't allow, if you did, you would be accepted because people would leave you and reject you and then call you crazy or something, or some ridiculous thing like that. But you know what? Call me whatever you want to call me now.
Nikki, yeah.
I'm
That's
honestly,
exactly me.
honestly, because
Yeah.
I've sexually denied myself, you know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have, and you know, people think, you know, it's okay. It's not okay.
No.
And it's something where you if you don't allow yourself to express that, it affects you. It affects you physically, mentally, even spiritually.
Yeah.
Because you can't go forward. It's blocked.
You've
The door
completely
is
hit the nail on the head.
closed. It's closed. And honestly, it's a very scary thing to come up with allowing to be exposed to that and express it. Because it's truly what it's needed. It's needed.
Absolutely. It is.
And now I'm finally, even in this present moment, I've had to express it in such a way that I can honestly be safe with myself, saying, I can be safe with expressing this now.
Yeah.
But I can also say that I can let it go if I have to let it go. Because people can only give you what they can give you. And if they're not willing or make the effort to hear you at least,
Yeah.
then you got to say, I love you, but I love myself enough to let go.
Yeah, that's why I'm here today. Everything you've just shared there is definitely resonating.
It's very real.
Because
it's very raw.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
need that. I need that. Exactly what you've just shared. It's like, well, you know, I allow people to be who they want to be. Why am I not allowed
Yeah.
the same? You know,
There's it.
why
That's my
are we
life
so
story.
afraid? Yeah, and
It's my life
I don't want
story.
I don't want to bend around that anymore. It's like
I don't
there's
either.
got to
I don't
be
want to tiptoe
somebody out
either.
there. Yeah, that
No,
that
I don't want to tiptoe. I don't want to
Yeah.
tiptoe anymore.
No, not anymore.
You know,
No,
I'm not
I
afraid
agree.
of the masculine now, but I'm also want to embrace my feminine. And
Yeah.
I am feminine.
Yeah.
I am a woman. I celebrate my womanhood.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to be in a relationship, that is going to have to bring the masculine in, but it's got to also be the feminine. It's also got to come as I bring the masculine, I deliver, I put food on the table too, I pay my rent, I am doing everything as a mother that I can possibly do, okay? But I also have stepped back, denying my needs, my actual woman needs.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly that.
And you
I'm
can
the
be
best.
sweet, and you can be kind, and you can be considerate, and you can be, oh, don't worry, that's okay, because, you know, you may be having a bad day, or I'm not interested in your behavior now, man. I'm not interested anymore about people's behaviors. They're going to show me, and that's it. You can't teach people to love you. You can't teach them. If they don't deliver, you can't teach them. You just can't teach them. It's something you just, I've made this. Yeah, you can't teach them. It's very frustrating, but also very freeing. Very frustrating, but very freeing, because now I actually am in my truth. I am speaking from a place that is not broken. I'm not wounded. I'm not needy. I'm not asking you. I am just, being me, being in my absolute core essence of who I am, me. And I know what I can give. And I have allowed somebody else to drive to drive it. Being this, because I feel that, I can't be as powerful, because then it will be powerless. And so I've got to go lower on my power and not give that, drive. No.
You've just said it. Just said it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. No, I'm just telling you from my own experience. This is not just like, that's why when you spoke, it just resonated, like it just fired me up, because somebody has to sometimes take you out of your own space, out of your own understanding, out of your own experience, and they speak it into your life and saying, no, this is what I see. You know what I mean?
That's
because people are so quick. They're so
Yeah.
quick to tell you what's wrong with you, hey? And
Yes.
you're not measuring up, and you're not giving enough, and you're not considerate enough, and you should be like this. Are you kidding me? How much more must I give you? You want blood? You want me to draw blood? Because I'm bleeding. I'm actually bleeding.
Yeah.
Bleeding. And what am I bleeding for? Because I want somebody's love? No, I love myself enough now. I'm sorry I'm going off rant now, but this is the truth, yeah? I actually am in this moment right now as I speak. This is very raw. This is very raw what I'm sharing now. And I am thankful, because I got nothing to hide anymore. I'm not escaping. I am just verbalizing it. I'm just letting it out there. Let the world know. Let the person know. Let the people know. That's it. You don't like my space?
From you.
Yeah, honestly, you don't like my space? Please leave.
Get out of it. Yeah, take yourself out.
Please leave. Get out.
Yeah.
When they threaten you and say they're not coming back, and I'm leaving you. Oh, please, there's the door. Go. I'll show you the door. I'll actually show you the door. There's no more begging, hey? The times of begging and pleading and just, oh, please, just only if you could just see me. Can you just hear me? Just for once, just hear me. No more. There's a time to talk and there's a time to not talk.
To walk.
There's a time. And that's a God, there's it. Now I'm trying to get it. What is that? What is the rhyme? There's a time to talk and there's a time to walk.
Fantastic.
There's a time to talk and there's a time to walk. Walk the talk, baby. Walk the talk.
It's hammer time as well.
Oh my God, it's summertime. Listen,
Hammer time.
I want sunshine. That's all I'm going for now. But you know what? I'm just grateful that, finally this is what's happening, and it's really the obvious action to take. And when you get to that place when you say, this is the obvious action, there's nothing else than taking the action, and that action is you. That's action is you.
To reach out, definitely.
Yeah, man. It's the action. Yeah, it's the action. Because I could say I'm a communicator. I really talk things through. I really talk, but this kind of behavior, you can't talk it through. You got to just take the action. You got to take yourself out of it. Yeah, that's it. Take yourself out of it. Because you can spiral very quickly into depression. It can depress you.
Exactly where I've been. But yeah, it's I know you can learn a lot from depression. As I say, it can sometimes be your friend as well, but I think that's it. I just got overwhelmed with everything, and again,
I
with
got very
spiritual
overwhelmed
work
too.
as well. It's
Yeah.
you're two different. Well, it's like you've just shared, Nikki. It's about being a mom. It's about being a lover. It's about being in my, whatever work you're in, or in my case, the spiritual side. It's pulled in so many different ways, and I think definitely become numb as a result of it, I think.
Oh God, that's the feeling. You see, now that's what I'm talking about, the numbness of not allowing to feel what you should feel, because that's denying part of you that needs to literally show up for yourself.
Yeah.
And so with knowing that, you suppress it because it's painful.
Yeah.
It's actually painful, and and that pain, I know that pain. So I don't want to I don't want to experience it. But through the pain, as we allow ourselves to go through, we can still be in that place where we can also know what do we need to learn from this, because there's a learning. There's a learning in everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And so now I have just learned with a heavy. I was on the call, but I had to obviously, take a few minutes off the call. But you know what I'm saying? So it's literally coming to a place where it's that what was that needed to come up. I actually verbalized it, but in a way that I could hear myself say it. You follow? Yeah. It's not for the other person now. It's for me to hear it. You know what I mean? Because as a giver and as a healer and as somebody that works with really very abusive women, and it's very, it actually can take you out of your zone, because you think, oh, this is I'm talking serious abuse. And so when you can, you yourself be free in what you're expressing, doesn't matter how it sounds, but it's actually an absolute need. That's what I've just released now. I have actually released it. I've released it through you coming on and vulnerably, whatever, bringing out what you were sharing, gave me the courage also to tap into that and go, wow, because what you were saying, it was me talking too. It was like one. I could be one with you. I was one with you. I
Oh.
heard you. I
You
heard
have me
it very
crying again,
loud
stop
and
it.
clear. Yeah, no, this is the gospel truth. And this is what's encouraging, because I heard that. And as I am a giver, always have been, I always feel like I have to be strong, right? Always got to be strong, suck it up, don't cry. You got this, deny it, don't feel it. It's okay. But after a while, you crack, eh?
Yeah.
After a while, when you do wake up, and we have woken up today to say, no, I matter. I matter. I just matter. And I can be as strong as I want, but I don't choose to be that anymore. I choose to feel what I want, what I feel, and what my needs are. And I'm not asking anything, but you can't teach people how to love you, right? So you got to love yourself in such a way that you can show others to say, I can only show up for myself. I can't ask you to be anything if you don't want to be it.
Yeah.
If you don't want to see the light, and you only want to see the darkness, and I always want to see the wrong in everything.
Oh,
Because
that's
people
so
have
refreshing to
mindsets,
hear.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is,
People have mindsets. They have mindsets like that. And they will drive you,
Yeah.
and they will bury you, and they will tell you that you're the one that's killing them. Yeah, they will even tell you that you're the one that is doing the harm, and that, something's going to happen to them. They become the victim.
It's hard work.
Yeah, it's hard work. Yeah. So I've done the work. Yeah, I've done the work for years now, and now I said, okay, wow, that's a closed chapter today. It's a closed chapter, and that's been discovered only 2-3 days ago. So this is why I say it's never too late. Never too late. That's very important to remember. Never too late. And as long as you got breath, you got life. And that's your word for the day. And you brought life into me. Even in a way that you thought you weren't coming up and showing up the way you wanted, how you showed up, you gave me life today, because this was the decision that I had to make today for me. And I knew that it was yesterday, because I am again giving chances. I'm again bringing out in a beautiful way and explaining, being totally raw as you can be. And that was so vulnerable, so intimate of sharing. But now the door's closed. And unfortunately, what Joe says, you don't have to have a breakdown to have a breakthrough. But sometimes people have to it comes a place where that's what happens. There's nothing you can do. You're just going to hurt yourself over and over and over, because you're waiting with expectation that it's going to change, that it will change, but nothing changes. Nothing changes. And I'm not asking anyone to change for me.
No.
But meet me halfway at least.
I want to be seen. I want to be heard. I want to make a difference, and that's how I feel at the moment. It's not that I'm taking away from the other person. They have my complete empathy and sympathy.
We're all powerful.
They've had an awful time. I'm not taking any of that away.
Yeah.
But I've lost myself as well. And to
I'm
be
telling
misunderstood during that is hard.
Hard to
hear.
I was lost myself. I was I lost. You see, that's
Nikki,
not saying
Nikki.
yeah,
Remember that we work to give space.
yeah, true. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. There's wonderful. It's I love the passion. I love the passion. Yeah, but not a fight to talk over people and through people.
True.
Thank you.
No,
that was me. I do apologize.
Yeah.
No need to. Yeah, just awareness. Yeah, we have patterns, we have passions. Yeah, and that there's I don't take away from that, but only one can go at a time.
Sorry, Nikki. But yeah, just everybody, thank you. Definitely, it's. I'm glad I threw the lifeline out. It was meant to be, and I can definitely take a lot of comfort from today, which is definitely what's needed. Certainly, give me some tools and some things to think about. As I say, I'm not taking anything away from this other person at all, you know, and that's been my frustration as well. I see his pain, I see his hurt, and I feel helpless to helping him. And then I feel selfish because I haven't got the capacity to help him like I could before. So I feel like I'm letting him down. But yeah, I thought, do you know what? If I work on myself and get myself straight, I may have something to give, you know, to help him in his time of need. Because I am needed. There's no ifs or buts. I can't, you know, whichever way I dress this up, he needs me. And that doesn't help because I feel like I'm failing him.
Yeah.
What do they
Can
say
I
on the
address-
airplane?
Yeah.
What do
Can
they
I
say on
address
the airplane?
something? Can I say
They say
something?
put your mask on first and then put it on there.
That's it.
So
Yes.
yes, you can, Nikki. Thank you.
Yes, that's what I came up with, Jessie. Yeah, exactly that. But I can't help him until I go and get myself straight. And then I can be the person that he needs. Because all I'm doing by not doing that, like you said, by not putting my own mask on, I'm making it worse. And I don't mean to do that. But it's not helping. And he doesn't need a banshee right now, you know, that's just completely taking everything the wrong way. And
so powerful.
you know,
so powerful.
So that's what I've come up with. It's like we've both agreed we don't want to separate because the love's there. It's worth it. It's
Oh my God.
But we both need to go and give to ourselves first, find ourselves, and then whatever happens after that is it's about all we've come up with at the moment. Because he's a beautiful soul. He's a beautiful, beautiful man. And I think, to be fair, I put so much on him because he's so strong himself and he's been there for me, you know what I mean? And he's fallen hard. He's had some bad hits. And
it's tough,
he needs me. He needs me. You know, he's done nothing wrong. I'm not abused. I'm not going through any of those things. You know, it's just shit that's happened. That's all to both of us. Separately, as individuals, we've had a lot of shit. And as a couple, we've had a lot of shit. And I think we're just both so exhausted. We haven't got anything, like you said, in the pot to give to each other. And that's sad because at least when one of us fell, one of us could pull and carry and help. And then if the other one fell, we could reciprocate. But now we've both fell.
That's it. There's it.
we're separate, it's kind of got in the way and we don't know what to do with that. So I said the only thing I can think of is if we go and help ourselves for a bit, get back on par, and then go from there, see what happens.
You know, Tina, if you don't mind me saying, can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm really sorry that you're going through this, because this is a very hardest place to go.
Yeah.
And to go through. So my sympathy and my heart goes out to you, because I really know. And I really know it's quite incredible that you can just announce this in such a lovely way, in such a compassionate way, sweet, kind. You know, it's just a beautiful place. You know, with how you're sharing. I'm in the same. So I'm not going to go with me, because it's not about me today.
Oh,
But
no, it's not.
No.
even
No.
about me,
It's
I
got
don't
nothing.
want to take anything away from anyone.
No. When I say no, I mean it's not. I'm not gonna. It's not my right now. I know when it's my time. But
I hear you.
what I am saying is that the appreciation that you're sharing is massive. Number one. No, really, very healing. As hard as it is, it's very healing. But also, what came up for me last night, for myself, is that disappointing people, adults, I'm talking now, adults.
Yeah.
Okay. Disappointing adults, they got to be disappointed. When you disappoint adults, okay, in this matter, your partner or anybody, adults, or they get mad with you, let people be mad. Let them be angry with you. Let them be disappointed with you. Because you see what happens, it goes back into the childhood, where if you had a parent that you had to emotionally watch every move, because you knew that if something goes wrong, all hell's going to break loose, and you cannot make them mad, you cannot make them angry, and you cannot make them disappointed in you, because you will be punished for that. And that's the truth. And what happens as adults, you go through your adulthood and you realize that if you disappoint people, they're going to, you to blame, you the wrong person. If you make them mad, it's you. If you make them angry, it's you. And that is basically a child wound of being in a household that had a parent or two parents that didn't know how to handle the emotions.
Yeah. Spot on.
And unconsciously, you grow up with that and you face all this and you realize, oh, you have to be the man pleaser, please everything, please everyone. And that's not your job.
Yeah. And that's what's bit me in the arse. It's that kind of, he tries to understand, he tries, and he does quite rightly says it's not an excuse though. You know right from wrong. And he's spot on, Nikki. He's spot on in saying that to me. He really has a right to say that.
Yeah.
But it's difficult when, like you said, you've grown up with shouting. They never talked, and they never asked you how you were doing. They were so wrapped up in themselves. As an adult, I can see that. It's just it's difficult when you have kids to deal with your emotions. I'm a parent myself. I get it, but it's all we knew. It was all we knew, and he doesn't like shouting, and I don't mean to shout, but I do, and I hate myself for it, and it's a vicious circle.
If you always try,
but I find it very, very difficult to communicate.
So
because
difficult, man.
Even
It's
when
so
I try to talk, it's like everything's misconstrued or taken the wrong way. So then I shut down again.
And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. Yeah, that's what happens.
It's like,
that's what happens.
That's not what I meant, or because I struggle to articulate myself, I can't seem to get my point across very well, and it always makes things worse. And then I just shut down.
Wow, this is quite something. Yeah, I hear that.
No. So he's from a loving background. It's dysfunctional, of course, we all have, but he doesn't, and then it becomes, well, I wish I was like you, where I could be so cool, calm and collected, and I can't,
Yeah.
I'm not you, I can't be like you, and I
Yeah.
feel like I'm having to mold into him and his will for me to be understood, and it's like, it's not nice to be shouted at and have me like a bleeding nutcase, but still, it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know what to do with myself. So I just
Yeah.
I just shut myself in my bedroom. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And I always
Yeah.
feel damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't.
Yeah.
So I do need to learn how to communicate, I think. And I've been looking at maybe some anger management, and I think being bloody perimenopausal doesn't help. But these are all things that I've heard that are not excuses, and it's that
Yeah.
hurts. It's like, well, I'm trying, and I know they're not
Yeah.
excuses, but
Yeah.
it doesn't help.
Yeah. I hear that, hey? Wow, I hear that. I want to read something to you, if you mind. Do you mind if I read something to you?
No, it's
Does anybody have anything against me reading something? I need to have a yes before I continue. But it's quite something here. So Jessie says yes. So if you're always trying to read people's emotions or wonder if someone's upset you, you might have an insecure attachment styles. This is what it means. What does it mean? What does it mean? When we're born into a home, as I was explaining, yeah, with a parent that's unpredictable, withdraws silent treatments and angry, explosives, yeah, or has us walking on eggshells, we learn to constantly perceive the parent's condition and emotions. When we had to do this for years as children, this pattern will continue. As an adult, we might overanalyze conversations, always thinking someone's mad at us or fear we're doing something wrong. This is my book, by the way.
yes.
And then example I put out, we're out with friends telling a story. One of our friends sigh, they give it a sigh, like a sigh. Afterwards, we think about, what does that mean? How can we offend them? We search for the meaning in everyone's action. The issue is our role as an adult isn't to find the meaning behind people's actions. This is simple, a coping mechanism we developed from a dysfunctional home. And as an adult, we're responsible for opening communication, our issues, our problems, and we are not responsible for the emotions of other adults. To heal, it's important to understand healthy emotional responsibilities. Healthy emotional responsibilities look like, if someone's upset, they need to direct communication this to me. If I am upset, I need to direct communication this to people. Rather than assuming someone's emotional state like I had to do as a child, as an adult, I ask. Healthy emotions responsibilities look like, if I ask and someone says nothing is wrong, I honor this as truth, not as an invitation to keep guessing or digging. If I upset someone, that's okay. Adults are capable of being upset. It is no longer means I'm bad like when I was a child. If someone upsets me, I must speak up for myself. This is how I establish boundaries. Do you notice you have insecure attachment patterns in relationships? So what I'm saying, and I wrote this last night, and what I said, we heal when we are grounded in our true emotional responsibilities and something we didn't have a control of as children. I never realized how long I was carrying this in my body for. And I thought if I would just give enough, just sacrifice enough, then I'll get what I need. No. I denied myself because I couldn't and wouldn't want to be disappointed. Anybody. I didn't want to make anyone angry. I didn't want to be a bad. And because I wasn't seen or heard, I thought I wasn't worthy. I have to do everything for everyone else. And when I do everything else for everyone else, then I can do it for me. So what happened? I got abused over and over and over again till I unlocked it, till I took my power back. And I put it to practice and saying, I am worthy. I did nothing wrong. And now as an adult, I get to choose how I want to feel, who I want to feel with, and who I want to be with. Because I am loved and you are loved. That's who you are. That's your birthright.
Sorry for crying.
So you are not, no, and please don't apologize.
I'm sorry if I'm like taking up everybody else's
No,
time.
you're not. No, you're not. I respect the fact that everything, what is said here is all in alignment and what's needed we said, and it's always directed beautifully. So we just take instructions. It's just structure of just letting everything come to the head and allow it to just be now, that you can see it for yourself. Because till you see it, only you can change it. No one else can change it for you. And we're waiting for other people to change. And you can wait your whole life waiting because it's convenient for them, because they don't want to change. They don't want to change. They don't want to change. So if they're not going to meet you halfway, at least meet halfway. But if they're not willing, then you can say, okay, what do you want me to do? Because it's been years, right? Years. So now, and then you got children, and then you consider the children, because I'm a mother myself. So you said you're going to consider other people, yeah. But you're no good for anybody if you're not good for yourself. And that takes a lot of boldness to say, I come first. I come first.
No wonder my heart broke in a million pieces.
Yeah, I know. It's a very, very hard place.
It's nice to hear that, Nikki, as I say, because I think I promise it's not an excuse, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I do try to
Yeah,
help
of course.
it, you know. And I do get so angry, and that's not me normally. But I'm angry for a reason, and this is what I've been trying to say. It's like, well, you know, anger is still a feeling. It's still suppressing
Absolutely.
something, it's still trying to say something. I don't mean to shout, it's not the right time to shout, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
it's hard because it's exactly how I'm feeling. I'm feeling so angry at everything,
absolutely.
everything, myself, him, the
Yeah,
situation, everything. I'm just so, excuse my French, fucking angry.
yeah.
And
And
I don't know what to do with it
yeah,
all. It's
yeah.
ruined everything.
You're doing it right now. You're bringing light to it. You're bringing light to it now. You're showing up for yourself now. You're finding your voice, but also you're finding your own truth of what you have denied yourself and tried in your own power. Now you're allowing it to let it go and letting it be, because now is the solution. You are the solution. And sometimes, it doesn't have to end. Nothing has to end. You do not have to walk away from anybody. Honestly, you don't have to leave anybody. You just have to allow yourself to give yourself the space to say, I can love you, but you don't have to be living in that space. You can miss somebody, but you don't have to have them in your life. And that's what I noticed about that. You can miss somebody, but you don't have to have them in your life. You can forgive somebody, but doesn't mean they have to be in your life. There's no guilt here. There's no shame. You don't have to walk away. You can still be your mother to your children. Yeah, you can still be a friend to your husband, your partner, your spouse, whoever. People do not have to walk away. People think they need to walk away from each other. No, they don't.
No.
Sometimes people grow, and they grow in places where you can't meet them. But why be with somebody if you're clashing and head banging? What is that for? That's not living your best life. That's not living the life you want, or choosing to live the life you want.
Yeah, that's it. It's like,
That's
enough.
not your true nature.
No.
You can't, you saying this is not you, you shouldn't do that. But that's not your nature.
No.
You're fighting against something that is taking your true nature. Your true nature is love.
Yeah.
That's your nature, your love. And a lot of people can't get to that vibration because there's some people just keep on taking, unfortunately. But as a giver, you keep on giving. So it's just time to hold back and say, I love you. It doesn't mean you don't love. You love him. You love him. He's the father of your children, for God's sake. You love the man. But
He's
now,
stepdad, bless him.
yeah, he's a lovely man. Of course, you're not going to
he's-
put mud on him. He's lovely. He's a lovely human being. He's just a human being. He's not God. He's just, just like we all. But it's just a matter of, you cannot give what you don't have. It's something where I understand that now. I understand that. I'm speaking from from a very raw heart place. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And that's the nice.
Same,
I think it's important. Yeah. You really. It's.
That's it.
It's not easy.
It's not what we've done to each other. I think it's just
it's
circumstances that have got in the way. And it's just you're right, it's just going to take time. He needs to go his way, I need to go mine, and then we'll come back in and it'll go from there. But I do need to do things different. I don't like who I'm becoming, let alone what's happening. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it just makes things worse. But I can't deny, which is what I've been trying to say to him, but I am angry. I can't ignore it. I can't swallow it back anymore. I can't oppress it.
Oh, Tina, you are absolutely
in its rawness, and there's no bloody stopping it this time. It's not going away. I've tried everything. I've tried walking. I've tried all sorts. That anger is still burning. It's burning, and it's there. you know, and I'm
Oh my
expected to just
God,
keep
you're God
pushing
sent.
it back, and I can't. It's making me worse. So I need to look at it.
You're God sent. Honestly, you're God sent.
I think it's because I've been so like you shared about the background thing with the family thing.
Yeah.
I've been the parent long, you know, my brother and I were the parents in my family.
Yeah.
I don't blame my parents now. I'm an adult. I can look back and I can see they were
Yeah.
both very, very toxic people. They both still are.
Yeah.
They've had an effect on my daughter, and I can't reach her. That's another story I won't bore you
Oh
with.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm reliving all them old wounds again through my own child because she can't see what they're like.
Mm.
And yeah, I'm angry for lots of different reasons because normally I let things go, I let things ride, and it's not out of fear, it's not out of, I'm not shy of confrontation if it comes to it or anything like
Yeah,
that.
you just set a boundary. I'm sorry
Yeah,
to
I'm
overspeak
just
you.
fed up of it. Yeah, I'm fed
I
up.
know this talk. I know this talk when
Yeah.
you feel like, you know, you're shouting and you only if you you know,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, the ugliness of that comes out of it. You know,
Yeah.
you really hate yourself for it because it's not you. That's what you're
No.
acknowledging. It's just not you. And
No.
it makes a person feel like, yeah, I understand that. You know, it's
Yeah.
not you. It's not you. And maybe it's not him either. But in the same time, you know, the, it's something that you just have a boundary now. It's enough. You know, there comes a time in life when you just got to say it's enough. Because then you allowing it. If you know your truth and you're not allowing your truth to be told, then shame on you, because then it's on you.
Yeah.
No one to blame then. It's you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even if you carried on, and I speak for myself, even if you carry on, I speak for myself also. I'm with you on this. Through the years of thinking and hoping that it will change, that you can bring as much light into it, you can bring as much happiness and joy and comfort and provide and everything. But if it's not moved, honestly, it's not going to move. It's not going to move. So you got to get yourself out of it, out of that situation. And that's it's something that is the obvious action. And then people can go within them, well, everybody as humans can go within themselves and then really find out, okay, what do I really want? But what will happen is that if you're waiting, thinking that, you know, because it's not healthy. It's not healthy. We weren't here to you know, to continue fighting. Once in a while, you have an argument, you have disagreement, you get corrected or whatever. That's fine. You know, but not fighting, not screaming and shouting at each other, not cursing and pulling each other down and reminding each other how disgusting you are, you know, and how terrible you are.
Both hurting, that's it.
Yeah,
you know?
Nothing comes good out of that. Nothing,
Not
you know,
at all.
it's just a vicious cycle.
It is.
Yeah. And you can't get out of it. If you don't get out of it, it just carries on to the next day and the next week, the next month, the next year, and it goes for years.
Yeah. Which
because
is what
people
I told him. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I said, you
convenient.
know,
It's convenience.
We can't keep burying our head in the sand. So if it means
Yeah. Something has to change.
Stop for now until we get
Yeah.
ourselves straight and then come back in and look at it.
Very brave of you.
Fair
Very
enough,
brave of you.
you know.
Very brave. Very, very mature and very brave and very wise. It's very brave and very wise. Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. I really hear you. Yeah.
Can't hear you, Jess. Is it Jessie? Jessie? Can't hear you.
Yeah, it's powerful. Can't hear.
Yo, Jesse, you're on mute, mate.
Yeah, can't hear you.
Great, thank you. So I'll say it all again. Like, I celebrate the powerful women you are.
Yeah, we are powerful, man.
Now, we think we have to physically separate ourselves. That is
No.
a way. That is a way. Number one, what we're attached to will always own us. And that's really what we're looking at here is like, oh, I'm going to remove myself out of it and we're going to go this way. It's like, yes, that is a choice. That's one way to do it. But the other way, what we're attached to will own us. What we're attached to will own us. So what that means is that we work to let it go. So if you can work in your mind to let that attachment go, that we need to be this, we have to do that, that is just the same process as physically separating.
Yeah, that's it.
So when you don't need to be there, like you don't need to have him, you don't need that, and you're fine with that attachment, then something new can come out of it. And what new comes out of it is a choice.
Yeah.
So just put that into your awareness, because I heard like, oh, I have like it, the only way to do it is this way. And all it is the attachment. So just pay attention to the attachment. And that's for both of you have to do that. And what that usually means is like, oh, I can live my life without you. I can settle into that. I could be like, oh, that becomes my choice to choose you. And then it becomes your choice to choose me again. And we may not choose that. And then physically the separation takes place, but it's healthy. So I offered that as ways of, quote, letting go of the attachments. That's the old, that's the way that it's been. When we can let that go, we create space for something new to grow up.
I think I meant by that was, you know, when you put your mask on for yourself, go and get sorted, and vice versa, because I do still want to support him and be there, but as I say, I can't until I get sorted.
Yep.
And
Until
vice
you
versa.
let it go. Until
Yeah.
you let it go. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Let that go. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, because that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Very good.
It doesn't take as much pain that way.
No,
Suffering. It's like, and it's like both of us. It's like, oh, you know, it's like, oh, well, you know, we can choose to separate. Yeah, we can have that conversation. We can choose to go separate. We can pretend like it is that way for a moment, but it's like, oh, let's let it go. And then what's new is like, oh, what would we choose? Now that may not happen like right in the moment. It may take a couple of days.
Yeah.
But it's a what we're practicing. It's like, oh, is that really what I want? Usually not.
Oh, that's good.
I agree with yeah. You've
Oh,
just
that's
hit it
very
right on
good.
the head, Jesse. Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
that's
very
where
good.
where we're at now is exactly that. It's like, well, we've agreed we don't want to break up, but we're trying to find ways through what's happening, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
You
like
got to
you
let
said,
it all
the
go.
way
Let
it's
it all crumble
happening,
down.
exactly, it's not working right now the
Mhm.
way it is. It just keeps getting recycled.
So what do you
Something
mean?
needs to give, and I agree with you there. It needs to give, and
So
that's kind of what we've come up with. Is that kind of right? Well, you do you, I'll do, and then we'll check in a little bit down the line and see where we're up to.
That's right. But people miss that point of letting go, because then they'll miss it and then they'll want to get the good stuff back. But when you want the good stuff back, you're going to bring the shit with you.
Yes.
Right. So
When you let it go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So what do
When
you mean
let
by
it go,
breaking it down? What does that mean? Break it down. Crumble it
break
down.
it down. Break it down is like for you just to imagine that the whole thing disintegrates in your mind, just in your mind. It's like you get settled, you find peace in the invisible, right? The mind aspect. You get settled with, oh, I'm gonna be fine with or without you.
Oh, that's very important. That's very
Yes.
important.
Because then there's space to bring in what it is you want.
Absolute. That's very
And that
good.
leaves the old behind. You don't have to bring it with you, but if you don't do that, you're going to bring it with you.
Oh, that's very good. That's very powerful. That's good. That's very good advice.
It's the power of letting go in our mind rather than
Absolute.
and you can physically separate it because that's a if you need to.
But it's not necessary.
Mm-mm.
You know, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to, you know, that's beautiful. And what I also like, also the fact that when things are chaos and it's crazy, that's when we can rise above and look at it as from above, from super conscious level of saying, okay, let me put my attention to what is working in a way that I don't take it personally. And then I can also go within and know what I'm truly asking. With no demands, you know, with no like, how you call it, affirmation, like, you know, where people give sort of a notification of, you know.
Expectations and validations, those types
Yes,
of things.
yes.
And that's
Judgments,
how
yeah.
we used to be, but it's just
Mhm.
And
we've been
that's
thrown off,
it's old
that's all.
structure.
It's just getting back to it again, that's all. It's just we've both been knocked off course because of our own stuff, and it's
Yes.
got in the way, that's all. We just need to find each other again, you know, that's it. It's not,
Yes.
as I say, we're not bad people, we want to still
No.
keep going.
I
It's
love
just
that.
shit, that's all. It's just shit that's got in the way, and we've lost our way, and we need to find our way back. And if we're two
Yeah.
different people as a result of that, okay, well, let's get to know each other again. But I agree with Jessie. It's
Yes,
like
I love that.
we've, you know, I've gone off my train of thought, but I agree with Jessie with the,
Yeah.
it's gone. I'm sorry, it's gone. I
It
forgot.
will come. It's
But yeah, that it's, yeah.
that's good. I love that. That's really good.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a lot.
Because, you know, we're all right. Before shit happened, we were okay. And I think we've just lost touch with each other, that's all. And our own individual trauma, crap and stuff. There's been a lot of deaths, there's been a lot of losses, there's been a lot of moves, a lot of things that have hit us separately.
Life.
Yeah, he's had his stuff. He's been dealing with his mum with dementia, things like that. Lost her before Christmas. He's lost his sister. There's been huge things. And it's like he said to me, you know, he's not taking anything away from me because I need to accept that I've had big losses in my life in a short space. And it's just stuff. And because we're both feeling angry or sad or grieving or whatever it is that we've not had time to do, it's coming out on each other. And we don't mean to, but it's like you said to me one time, you know, we never used to get personal with each other. And now we are. And that's not us. We don't normally rip into each other or attack each other. So obviously it needs looking at, it needs addressing. But because we're both so low at the moment, we've both hit a wall. We don't know what to do with that. So the only way I feel we can start climbing that wall again is exactly that. Is, well, you know, I'm there. I'm there for you in a certain. I don't know about the mental side of it because I'm not able and he's not able, but I can give you in other ways, and maybe we need to find comfort elsewhere, and then people like yourselves or whatever may say something that we can use to bring together. I don't know. We're just playing with it at the moment, but we don't want to let each other go. He's, you know, like I said, and I'm not lying to myself here. He's a beautiful soul, and he doesn't deserve half the shit that he gets. But then he says that about me. So maybe we both need to
Wow, that's beautiful.
learn that
That's it.
we are deserving, and you know, maybe they are our lessons, and we need to go and learn that, and then come together and check in. Then, you know. And
How
that's my bit.
else? How else? How else? How else could it get better?
Ooh,
That's
be
all it
nice
is.
to find him again. It'd be nice. It'd be
That
nice to
that's
find each other.
how
'Cause I
else
miss him.
could it get better? It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, we have to go through that
yeah.
because you don't want it like it was.
Nope. And neither does he, because it will
Right.
destroy us. There's no ifs or buts
Yes.
about it. It will take us down. You know, and we don't. Neither of us want that. No, we don't.
So how could it get better? How could it be better? Jesse, say that again.
Sorry, me or Jesse.
No,
Or both.
Jesse.
It wasn't.
How could it be better?
That I was talking. There's two ways to take that. One is that's the question you sit in. That's the question he sits in.
Yeah.
And then the answer, of course, reveals itself.
Yeah.
Just by sitting in the question, because it's tension. You ask the
So
question.
what is the question?
There's tension. How could it get better? How could it
How
be better?
could it
How could
get-
we be better? How could our marriage? How could our relationship be better?
How could, hang on, please. We
How could?
get better.
Yeah.
I love that.
And then
How could we
other
get
part,
better?
The other part is to notice life inside of that, is that if we want to change, how else would it change? Not by asking it.
How it would change.
But it's the mechanics. It's the mechanics behind it.
How it would change? No. How else?
How else would it? Like, I'm just looking at not as the question. It's like the mechanics. If we rise up out of the relationship and we look at a situation that we want to be better, right? It's like we have to go through these ups and downs to really discover what it is that we want. It's like, how else do you get to the peak? How else do you get to the highs?
Oh, I love that high. That's right.
We have to experience the lows. We have to let go of the past. So that's all that it is. And that's what that question, how could it be better?
This is good.
It's the slingshot. It's the tension.
I love that.
And then release it. So
the possibilities, the coulds. It's so true, hey? When you go into the real space of looking within and not taking it from the outside.
it is creation. It's creation. It's what we do. It's creation. It's how we get to what we want. It's how we get to what we want.
Oh,
Ask the
Jesse,
question.
you're nailing it now. This is creation. This is creation. This is, eh? In what you want. In what you want. Creation, what you want. So good. Wow, this is really good. I love that.
Because we also realize the other way, we also created it too. The way we don't want it was our creation, is our creation, just feedback to say, it's time for something new, time for a change, time for something different. And we don't know how to deal with that. So much of it's just because we hold on to what was there. Oh, the good, the bad. And it's like we constantly are bringing that into the now, which then brings it into the moment, which then just keeps playing the same thing over. When we can, in our mind, let it go, be free of that attachment, like there's space for something new to grow. And what grows is your choice. What grows is what you want. You grow what you're focused on. All right, well, I am at my time. Celebrate Women's Day.
Yeah, thank you,
So-
man. Jesse,
One
big
other thing
Thank you.
I want to add. You want to let go of all of it. Of
Yeah,
what you
you
thought was
grow.
good and what you thought was bad. The whole thing.
Oh my God.
You got to clean the slate and start from scratch. You got to create something
Oh.
brand new that doesn't have anything, no parts of what was there.
Because you can
Oh,
always
that's
bring
so
them
good.
back in. You bring them back in. What you want, you bring in, and you leave what you don't behind.
Right.
Because then
But
it's
start
all
from
new.
scratch.
Yes,
Yep.
beautiful.
Yep.
And did you say you grow what you focus on?
That's right. Your
Yeah,
choice.
that's why
choice.
that's why it has to be all new.
And Craig, you say, what did you say? Just repeat.
I said you got to let go of all of it. You know, start from
Amen.
scratch.
That's it. You got to
Start
let
from
go of
scratch,
all of it.
and you create from zero,
You create from zero,
from neutral,
from neutral,
from
Oof,
nothing.
This is from nothing.
And you
Yeah, you
start
create
with
from nothing.
yourself. Start with yourself. What do I want? What is it for me? What do I need? And that's where you start, and the rest of it will begin to show up.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
this is so good. Wow, this is really a turnover. I can feel the shift.
And that's
Yeah.
where I'm at.
Yeah,
The
this
focus-
I
We've
can
the
not
focus
got
can
to
is
the
feel the
rest of
shift.
it yet, but we've
This is a
started on
huge-
the first rung of the ladder, and I am actually, on that note, I'm very excited about that because, as
Yeah,
I say, it'd be nice to get back in touch with each other again. As I say,
right.
we've both missed each other. It's just stuff, that's all.
Oh
But yeah,
wow,
it
what a
needs to end
turnaround.
now, because if not, that is the sad thing, and I don't want that, and I don't think he wants that. And if it's run its course, fair enough. But we've not give up yet. We've not given
It's
up on each
beautiful.
other yet. So I'm good
Woo!
with that. And
Take
thank
that
you,
breath.
everyone.
Thank
I'm
you.
good with
Thank
that.
you. That's really promising.
Not bad after 16 years, eh?
Wow, wow.
Long time.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
worth the fight.
After that time, you would expect you need to be different and change.
Yes, and that's the thing. We both, obviously, our bodies are
There's a
changing, and
big shift.
my hormones are changing. So there's all kinds of shit thrown into the mix as well. You know, doesn't help. We're not, as he keeps saying, we're not as sprightly as we were. You know, but I still, even after all these years, I still fancy him. I still love the bones off the man.
Oh, bless you.
He's worth the effort. He really is. He's worth it.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful.
He's worth it. Thank you, everyone, so much.
I love the
Really
bonuses.
helped.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that too. Thank you. All right, guys. Blessings. Love you.
Blessings, blessings, big love. I'll speak to you on Messenger, yeah?
Oh, yes,
Peace
thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for letting me jump in and be an asshole.
Come back anytime.
I'll be less chatty next time and tearful and
Yeah.
whatnot. I don't know.
No,
You
you
won't,
speak
don't-
to you.
But thank you, all of you. Seriously, I needed today. Thank you. Bye bye.